Hey, what is going on, guys? This is SMEB Reviews, and today we are going to take a look at the new album from Post Malone titled Hollywood is Bleeding. So, Post Malone, I actually don't hate his music. He has some good songs. Now, typically I kind of find him just a little boring or bland. A lot of his music just is kind of, typical hip-hop. But he does have some really interesting stuff, songs that I actually really like. One that stands out to me that I can think of is I really actually enjoy Sunflower, the track that he did with Sway Lee from Ray Shremmerd, and it was for the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. I actually really like that song. I mean, it's not perfect, but, it's actually a really catchy song. It sounds different than a lot of the hip-hop or even just music that we're having right now. It's different, and I really enjoy it. And so, I mean, there are some genuinely good songs that he has. Like, I actually do like some of his music. So I was kind of excited to listen to this album. It was one that I was hesitantly optimistic for because I actually also kind of like, wow, it's just really catchy. And I heard Circles, which I think is a decent song, so I was kind of optimistic. So what did we get with this album? Well, honestly, it's a good album. It's an okay album. I don't know if I'd call it good. A lot of these songs just don't really have any real identity. I could listen to most of this album, and there's about 7, we'll say, songs that I actually really enjoy. Songs that absolutely stand out to me and have their own sound, or at least if I don't enjoy them, they have an identity. They have a sound that they're going for. Sorry. And I absolutely love some of these songs. Some of these songs are really good. That being said, just a lot of these songs just do nothing. They have absolutely nothing unique. They sound like the most generic hip-hop trap sort of song, and they just really bore me, and that's a problem with this album. And it's 17 tracks. It doesn't necessarily feel long. It just has too much extra stuff that's not needed, too much that doesn't have an identity and doesn't matter in this release. So let's dig into some of the songs I want to talk about. So, like I said, Wow, super catchy, and Sunflower I really enjoy. It's different. I really like whatever the instrumentation is, whatever the synthesizer sound is that they're using. I really do enjoy that. We have Allergic, which is one of my absolute favorite songs on this entire release. I absolutely love Allergic. I think it's really fun and interesting and different, and it's not something that necessarily you'd expect. It's like hip-hop blended with indie rock, which is kind of just a weird combination. I also have 1,000 Bad Times is one that I really enjoy because it's got a really catchy hook. That's about it. And then another song which a lot of people are probably going to talk about, which is Take What You Want, which has Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. It may not be my favorite, but it's definitely unique because this one's like, we've had a lot of that rap rock sound that people have been trying, but this one goes a little more towards the metal side just because of Ozzy, and it's not necessarily metal, but it has more of a metal style than most of the rap rock. And it's interesting. It's unique. It has an identity, and I while it's not my favorite, I at least can appreciate what it is. But then we get songs like I'm Gonna Be, Staring at the Sun, Internet, Myself, I Know, Die For Me. All songs that I can't remember how they go. And I've listened to this album a lot, and I don't remember how they go until I play them. It's just, so many of these songs just don't really have an identity. But like I said, some of the instrumentation is genuinely unique, and Post Malone seems to be a fun, happy person who seems passionate about music, and that makes me enjoy it more. I appreciate that a lot. But that being said, just so much here doesn't necessarily stand out. The stuff that does, it does a lot. Like, I mean, let's even take the title track, Hollywood's Bleeding. It's like this really atmospheric sort of song. There's a lot of, like, pop punk sort of stylings. It's interesting. It's actually a fairly interesting release. And, it's not amazing, but I do really enjoy it. It's got some stuff in here that I actually do enjoy. If I could just take this down to about, I don't know, 7 tracks, being maybe Hollywood's Bleeding, Allergic, 1,000 Bad Times, Sunflower, wow, and take what you want, this would be a pretty good album that I'd actually really enjoy. So ultimately, it's a good release, just not an amazing release. It just doesn't. It just some of the songs are just so boring. But you know, I appreciate that he seems passionate about his art, and that's awesome. That's something that I makes me enjoy it a lot more. Um, so overall, I'm probably gonna give this a 6 out of 10. But what did you guys think of this release? Please let me know down below. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you guys later.